Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player, Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today. Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today. Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today. Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player Big Play. Small Player Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today.
it actually switched over to you guys already. So it actually switched over to you guys already.
All right, welcome to Farina Sports Complex here at Berks Catholic High School. Bruce Badgley, Carrie Moyer. Wow, what a gorgeous night. This is totally opposite from last year where we had, all of this, bad weather. This year we're having, a lot of great weather. And Berks Catholic, Malvern Prep, doesn't get any better than this.
No, this is great. And, like you said, going back to last year, our first game that we did here was, it was very wet, very rainy, during the day. But that's when this new AstroTurf surface was put in last year at Berks Catholic. It's held up great down the field before the game. And dry conditions all day. It's a little bit warm during the day today. It's getting a little cooler now with the sun going down, but still it's going to be a great night for football, Bruce.
Yeah, we were talking to the coaches, out on the field before the game and, commented to both of them that it's nice to have a game in the hands of the players and the coaches and, not related to, bad weather and having a game plan around that. So fantastic for that. But, what can you say about Malvern Prep? Typically you look at an 0-3 team and, you have some question marks. Not about those guys.
No, absolutely not. When you look at their schedule, I think there's a lot of similarities there between Malvern Prep and also Berks Catholic. I mean, they certainly have not built their schedules to have cupcakes in the beginning of their schedules. I mean, when we talk about, Berks Catholic last week, talk about more tonight, but, when you're talking about Malvern Prep and going up against the Imhoteps and the LaSalle College High Schools and McDonough, who is a common opponent for both of these teams.
Wow, don't know if we're having some interference on the broadcast there. It sounds like we are having some issues with our sound and some interference. I bet it has something to do with the coaches' things there. Amazing sometimes. We set these things up. We talk about, duct tape and baling wire, and so many things go on from the time that we set this broadcast up till we're, ready to actually kick it off. So hopefully that's behind us there. Hopefully everybody's television sets didn't explode with all that static that came over there. But, we appreciate everybody hanging in with us here. This broadcast is done by fans, for the fans. This whole project with Alvernia University, our title sponsor, Imperium, BCTV, it's all about bringing these games, into the homes of fans, not only here in Berks County, but, we're online, we're on demand. It's to get these games to, the people that really deserve them, that are interested in these teams, alumni. And, when you're out there, DM us, tell Carrie and that where you are watching the game. We really appreciate it. I know that Coach Keeley's wife, she's going to be watching the broadcast tonight. Not sure why we're getting the feedback there, but it is for those circumstances. I know talking to some of the coaches after the game last week, Carrie, they were very appreciative of having the game online with people that couldn't make the game, that were in the hospital, and that's that's heartwarming to us being able to do that.
No, it's great, and I know when we were up in Pottsville and Labor Day weekend, and getting shout outs from people watching down at the shore to, again, when you look at these two ball clubs, you look at Malvern Prep, you look at Berks Catholic, a lot of storied alumni that have gone to prestigious colleges and universities all over the country. So and have folks all over this nation, so it's the opportunity for them to be able to tune in and talking to players and families after the game. They can watch our broadcast on a Saturday or a Sunday. So
all right,
getting ready for the prayer here at Berks Catholic.
Heavenly Father, we ask for your blessing upon these young men as they compete and trainers. And for those in attendance, may their enthusiasm be filled with respect for all. We ask these things through Christ our Lord. Amen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in celebrating America's freedom and to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Please remain standing if you can. Gentlemen,
for football, Carrie. Malvern Prep, Berks Catholic. Wow. Maybe turn that off. Is it on? All right, Malvern Prep to kick off. Don't forget the player of the game will give out a beautiful game ball, custom game ball by the ball girl for the game's most valuable player.
If you want to get a picture of that, just catch me on Twitter at Carey Moyer at CARY Moyer MOYER, and the picture of that game ball is there. Also, the link is there. You can DM it to friends or family, or copy and paste it, send it via text or email to friends and family that may want to watch the game out of Berks County. The YouTube link is there. It's archived. You get to watch it live and watch it anytime you want, as long as YouTube's around.
And a quick kick there. Looks like he actually kicked it out of bounds and was caught by the Berks Catholic player. So that'll be a good field position for Berks Catholic to start here, carry off the bat.
Yeah, it looks like he did a nice job of keeping his feet in there. Unfortunately, it's going to put him back a little bit more than if it would have been kicked out of bounds. But regardless, we're going to see this Berks Catholic offense, and props to our stat guy Jim Berkman, spotlight on Berks Sports, and last week providing us with the information going into last week's game. Berks Catholic had not scored in the first half, and of course we kind of saw a little bit of an eruption, and very strong dominating performance by Berks Catholic last week against Boyertown.
Well, a surprise starter is Abdul McFoy's in the huddle there, Kerry. There was some question whether he was going to be a go with an ankle injury, but he's in there to start.
Yeah, and, of course, we saw him out in warm-ups last week for the game of Boyertown and was really not a factor on the field, but in there tonight.
Brad Hoffman, and we've got a whistle on the opening play.
Now, I got to catch up with, Coach Guerrero, the head coach of Malvern Prep before the game, and he did note that he saw that Abdul.
Oh my God! I hate to laugh there, Kerry, but our show producer Lewis, who's on a cruise in the Caribbean, just said he's watching the game. Incredible.
That's all right, Bruce. I just put on the headset, start talking about football, and then you and our producer Schmitty down there for tonight are just yucking it up and having a good time. But regardless, Abdul McFoy is in the game tonight.
Hoffman hands it to the up back. I think that was Colby Newton.
Of course, we got to give the sun's going down a little bit quicker each week now. Still up, but starting to get dark here at Berks Catholic, and got to give the props to the illuminated down marker that they have here at Berks Catholic. Always makes it easy on Bruce's old eyes.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Athletic Director Bill Hess. Best purchase he ever made, buddy. All right, Brad Hoffman now at quarterback. He had a great passing game last week against Boyertown.
He did, and kind of a little bit of a story here so far this
And
season.
how prophetic, over to Lincoln Lutz on the outside.
Nice job there, hitting Lutz on that, and of course, saw Lutz here earlier in the season, had a big game on defense, but coming out early, making a nice pitch and catch there, and getting some positive yards for Berks Catholic.
All right. Now it's going to leave it about 3rd and 3 here. Ball's on the 41-yard line of Berks Catholic.
So as Bruce mentioned, Hoffman in a quarterback. Got injured in their scrimmage, was not a starter for week 1.
McFoy, doesn't look like he picked it up. Good defense there, stringing it out by Malvern Prep.
No, we really haven't had much of an opportunity to talk about McFoy yet this season. Again, anytime he's on the field, he's a threat. At the Berks Combine this spring, all the teams in Berks County get together, do some lifting competitions, different competitions, and he was timed at the fastest football player, coming back this season in Berks County.
Tyler Givens back to punt. Isaac White back to receive it for Malvern Prep. Oh, bad snap. Can he get it away? Oh, gosh, Kerry. We talk about that all the time, how important special teams was. They kind of dribbled the snap back there. Number 4, D'Angelo Stocker, was right on the kicker, and boy, Malvern Prep really set up well to start this game. Back to receive it for Malvern Prep. Oh, bad snap. Can he get it away? Oh, gosh, Kerry. We talk about that all the time, how important special teams was.
On the punt and, putting Malvern Prep in great field position. And looks like we got 10 minutes, 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball's on the 25. Malvern Prep going in.
All right, a quarterback there is number 10 for Malvern Prep, Lonnie White Jr., and he gives that to number 5, Stephen Rose, and he bowls his way. He attended Exeter last year, Kerry,
Yep.
and, through some circumstances ends up, playing for Malvern Prep this year against Berks Catholic.
Yeah, these two guys going to be talking about them a little bit through the night.
Rose again, weaving his way through and in for the score from the 23.
Yeah, there's a flag down right from the get-go there, Brett. I think that, or Bruce, that one's coming back.
Yeah, illegal procedure on Malvern Prep.
So, again, talking about Light at quarterback, White is already committed to Clemson University for baseball. So,
wow.
Again, incredible athlete. Really came into the season as a starting quarterback. And if you look back to their game against Imhotep, they actually had a freshman coming in who was playing quarterback, and White went out to wide receiver. I mean, obviously going to Clemson to play baseball. Incredible athlete. He's one of those guys you would love to have at all your skill positions. He's starting the game at quarterback tonight.
White and Rose again in the backfield. That's Rose again. Up the middle. Not a lot there.
Again, Stephen Rose was on the Exeter Township squad last year. Actually had made a transfer, had been here at Berks Catholic, and then in between seasons here over summer, made the move down to Malvern Prep. Still from the area, run into him from time to time, Wawa in Exeter, and talked to his dad at Stanley's Barber Shop right over here on Lancaster Avenue. Talked to his dad a little bit before the game. I'll talk more about that later.
All right. Looks like he's keeping it this time. White. And he didn't get a whole lot. That's going to bring up a 4th down, Kerry.
No,
great work by the defense.
No, really. I mean, kind of with their backs to the wall early on here, starting at the 25. Berks Catholic's defense has really come up big here in, not just letting the Malvern Prep Friars offense into the end zone. So big 4th down coming up.
4th and about 4. Ball's on the 19. Big play early in this game. White. And hands it off. It looks like he stopped. That was number 26, Isaiah Wright. And a big defensive stand by Berks Catholic. Turns the ball over on downs, Kerry.
No, and, again, great job by defense. There was one play there. Of course, it was blown kind of early with the flag where Rose did get into the end zone. But that came back, set up that, 4th down, and Berks Catholic defense did a great job shutting down the Malvern Prep Friars.
All right, Brad Hoffman bringing the troops back in for the Saints. All right, 1st and 10 from the 15. And that's Newton for a couple up the front, up the gut there. McFoy still in there.
Now, again, super impressed with Hoffman last week. I was talking about it a little bit. The last drive was the starter coming in as a sophomore for the season. Got injured, little shoulder injury in the scrimmage with Governor Mifflin. Wasn't a go at the start of the season. We had him here last week against Boyertown. Did a great job. And McFoy, again, last week was out. This week is in the game and has been getting the reps so far on offense.
Yep, and a whistle. Looks like we have a false start penalty. Gosh, you just hate that, when you start to get a little momentum there. Sometimes that's a drive killer, Kerry.
Well, and they've been, starting out a little bit deep in their own own end of the field here and have a couple of these illegal procedure penalties early on.
Connor Gunderson back in the game for the first time for Berks Catholic. He had a nice game last week against Boyertown.
No, absolutely. One other notable mention is number 33 for Berks Catholic, Nolan Larkin. Of course, he did not play last week. Not expecting to see him again tonight, but we do have Abdul McFoy to go.
Hoffman under center. That's Gunderson around the edge. Not a lot of room there.
No, positive yards. You'd like to see that. It's going to bring up a third down here for the Saints. Third down and 3. A little bit under 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Berks Catholic High School, Reading, Pennsylvania.
All right, let's see what they dial up here on a critical third down deep in their own end early in the game. Here's Hoffman. Back to throw. And a delayed handoff there to Newton. And he doesn't get the first down. Or does he?
I don't know. The angle we're at here, we're right about the 50-yard line. Again, we're always
and it looks like they're giving him the spot. First down, Berks Catholic.
So, Bruce, I know you're in front of me here tonight and can't see, but, again, we're down here. We're with the fans, and I'm actually part of the assembly line passing programs back and forth as we're doing the broadcast.
Love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. Looking for Caccione and a misfire there by Hoffman. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10.
No, that ball was just behind Caccione there. Great job by the Malvern Prep defense, though. There wasn't really any opportunity for him to, make a catch and, turn and get upfield.
I've had at least half a dozen people look at me wondering, like, what the heck is he talking about? We are in the stands with the fans, baby. All right, Brad Hoffman. And, yep, it looked like somebody jumped there. I thought so.
Yeah, I think it possibly could have been multiple guys, but definitely look, and saw the left tackle there, getting a little bit of an early start. So I believe that's at least the third one so far here early in this, game halfway through the first quarter for the Saints of Berks Catholic.
Yeah, penalties and bobbled snap on the punt there has really kind of shifted the field position to the Berks Catholic end of the field. But let's see what they can do, Kerry. Here's Hoffman looking for Caccione. Oh, I think that was trapped out there. Yeah, incomplete, but right through the hands of Caccione.
Yeah, nice job by the D-backs so far here from Malvern Prep. Watching those guys pregame too, you can tell they're very well coached. They're in position, and it's gonna, be a back and forth here. I think with Hoffman with the passing game for Berks Catholic, coupled with the D-backs that we are seeing out here tonight for Malvern Prep.
Yeah, I was going to be like you said, Kerry. I'm going to be very interested to see the matchup between Caccione and the D-backs there for Malvern Prep tonight. So Hoffman. Back to throw, rolling out, looking, and he's brought down. Nice play there.
Yeah,
that was number 58 there for Malvern Prep, J.T. Roberts.
Yeah, no, he's a big boy. Nice job there with the lateral movement getting across, and, big stop for Malvern Prep. So we got another punting situation coming up here deep in their own end for Berks Catholic. Ball's on the 20-yard line.
Back to kick, Tyler Givens. Good snap this time. Punts away after a big rush. And that's picked up by White Jr., and he gets a little bit into Berks Catholic territory to about the 48. Another drive with good field position to start with for Malvern Prep, Kerry.
Yeah, still nice job by Berks Catholic's punter getting it out of there. A little bit of a helicopter, punt, but, he got it, from down on their own 20 to the other 45. White, I think a challenge for us tonight, with that is, of course, being from Berks County here, and, with Lonnie Walker, it's real easy to kind of, of course, the Reading High basketball star is playing in the league now, but number 10 quarterback also plays on D for them. Lonnie White for Malvern Prep.
All right, first down, and that looks like Rose around the left side. Keeps chugging away. Nice gain there. Boy, pretty close to 8 yards.
Yeah, nice north and south run there by Rose. And, again, talked to his dad a little bit before the game. And, says, had a couple little nagging injury things, a little bit with the knees. And, has, played a lot in the first half, but kind of not had a lot of time in the second half of games. But he looks strong tonight.
White Jr. now calling signals, and that's Rose again. Looks like he's got the first down.
Two great runs there by Rose. The first one there, again, at least a good 8 yards. The second one here, north and south, and getting the first down for Malvern Prep.
4:40, quarter one. We're scoreless. Malvern Prep and Berks Catholic. Welcome to BCTV Friday Night Football. Thanks for everybody joining us all over the state of Pennsylvania and around the country, and even out in the Caribbean. There's White up the middle. He's, oh, boy. Woo, number 19 saved the tackle there. Owen Wolf and Berks Catholic.
Great job by Wolf, and, again, I saw him, at the scrimmage early on, and I think he's eventually going to play a big part in the passing game, in the future of the passing game here at Berks Catholic, coming up big there on defense. And I think you get to see, if you're just joining us again, White is already committed to Clemson as a baseball prospect, but just an incredible athlete.
And he's looking to throw this time deep into the corner, and what a beautiful grab there. Number 4, D'Angelo Stalker. Incredible grab there. And
I think you get to see, if you're just joining us. Beat the D-back for Berks Catholic, and just timing with that nice pitch and catch, and puts Malvern Prep here on the board. With 3:58 left in the first quarter, first scoring of the game, Malvern Prep gets 6 with that TD and the PAT coming up.
all right, the kicker there's number 68, Andrew Monteith. Snap down kick, and it is good. And 7-0 now, Malvern Prep on top of Berks Catholic. We want to thank our friends at Ampro Printing, the screen printing and embroidery, celebrating their 45th year as one of the largest print shops on the East Coast, printing over 300 million T-shirts, sweatshirts, and jackets in their Upper Darby facility. Does your team, booster club, or company need a web store for their apparel? Ampro will set the store up and make the products on site, making us the fastest web store apparel supplier in the country. Ampro, the official T-shirt supplier or screen printing supplier of BCTV Friday Night Football. The shirts you see us wearing are courtesy of Ampro Screen Printing and Embroidery. Thank you. All right, Kerry, let's see what Berks Catholic can do with this kickoff. I think pretty important here that they try and move the football.
Yeah, really, their first 2 times on offense, they've really struggled to get anything generated going upfield. Looking back at that drive for Malvern Prep, it was 4 plays and covered 50 yards in a minute and 22 seconds. So, again, they covered those 50 yards and are ahead of Berks Catholic 7-0.
Thank you, Jim Berkman. Spotlight on Berks Sports. What a great job every week, Jim. And another kick. Looks like it goes out of bounds. So Berks Catholic will have some good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the opening kickoff. Of course, Berks Catholic did field that and, then went out of bounds. So, it was down where they went out. But by letting that one go out of bounds, it puts them with a 1st and 10. At their own 35, headed out with 3:58 left here in the first quarter from Berks Catholic High School, Reading, Pennsylvania.
Going to be interesting to see who comes out into the backfield now. I'm not sure McFoy is out there. He is. McFoy is out there. Brad Hoffman along with Colby Newton, Abdul McFoy. And here's McFoy. He's got an opening. Gets to the outside. Keeps going. Nice gain there.
So again, wherever you're watching from, if you're watching on your cable at home on BCTV or on bctv.org streamed, or you're watching via YouTube, you can send me a DM or hit us on Twitter at Kerry Moyer, at C-A-R-Y, Moyer, M-O-Y-E-R. DMs are open. Let us know where you're watching from. Bruce, we already got a picture from our man Lewis, who is in the Caribbean, and sent a picture of us from his screen he's watching.
Yeah, we miss you, man. All right, McFoy, he just got slammed as he went into the line of scrimmage there, so that's going to leave about a third and, boy, a long 6 or 7 here for Berks Catholic, where they really need to start getting something going here.
Yeah, it's early. It's certainly not a time to panic, but again, having 2 stalled drives to open the game, still here in the first quarter, if they could get a first down and, hopefully start to move on the Malvern Prep side of the field, it would be a huge boost for this Berks Catholic offense.
Hoffman now, back to pass. And he's collared again by number 58. Geez, JT.
All drives to open the game.
Tackle in there.
Really impressed with JT Roberts so far. He's a very big boy, but he moves well. Really, if you look at the size of that Malvern Prep line, and again, they have a storied history of sending a lot of guys out to, play at the next level. But he's kind of been a wrecking force in there so far in this first quarter.
Well, Tyler Givens, he's touched the ball. Oh, my gosh! Athletically, just... Well, we talk about special teams all the time, Kerry, and that's the second snap that's cost Berks Catholic on a punt.
No, and again, great job by him of getting up and getting that instead of having it go over his head and roll. And again, we talk about this.
Oh, my gosh!
Punters like that, if it's high or low, but as long as it's in the midline, they're pretty good. It's when it starts going left or right and they have to move their eyes that things, the percentages of things getting dicey really go up. But again, great job by him, tall, athletic, getting up there and at least securing the ball. Again, not great, putting them in this field position, but it's better than just having it roll in the end zone and fell on. We did see Berks Catholic's defense come up big here before. See if they can do it again.
That's Rose with White Jr., and quick toss across the middle.
Yeah, play action pass there. Fake to Rose going up the middle, trying to hit the slant coming across. Timing is just a little bit off. But, again, we've seen pretty much Rose here so far in this first quarter at running back for Malvern Prep. Another guy I want to mention who has been a big producer for them on offense as well is number 31, Cayman Hayes, who is a running back and a D-back for Malvern Prep. But it's been pretty much all Rose so far on the ground.
There's White Jr. That's over to number 2, Tyler Tinson. And he gets about 5, maybe 6 there, Kerry.
Yeah, no, good play design. They've been pounding the middle there with Rose. Fake that to him, kind of jet sweep action coming across with Tinson and, trying to get to the edge. So, again, talk about each week, the hashes here in high school or the wide hashes, now like you see on a Sunday afternoon. So, when you get out there, they're all the way on the left hash. So there's definitely a short side of the field. You see the wide side here to the right. Malvern Prep's lined up in trips. They've got 3 receivers to this right side of the field.
And White rolling. He's being chased. He takes off himself. And inside the 10. Good decision there. Most of his players were, obviously the players were covered, and he did pick up about 6 yards.
To this right side of the field. This Berks Catholic defense, when they've kind of had their backs up against the wall, they came up, really big early in the first quarter. Here as the first quarter is winding down, coming up big again. Smart play by White there, and just, receivers out, a couple yards to go, just pulled that ball, ran, got a couple yards.
White Jr., and he's taking it himself. Bursts outside. Beautiful play there by C.J. Carwell, pulling him down by his shoe tops.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have made it to the end zone, but he definitely would have had the corner and receivers out, a couple yards, positive yards, possibly the first down. Carwell came up huge there and just enough to trip him up in the backfield. Credit to the Saints defense there. That's twice in the first quarter we saw them with their backs up against the wall, and they came up huge there. Got 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Visiting Malvern Prep 7, home Berks Catholic 0. Beautiful night for football. Sun's pretty much down. I can now see the pagoda.
The cigar ash, you mean? All right, here's Hoffman. He's back to throw. Oh, he's launching it deep for Caccione. Oh, just overthrew him. Boy, that combination was lethal last week. He just overthrew him on one of those high arching deep balls, Kerry.
No, just
the cigar.
By a step there. You know what? Hey, credit to Berks Catholic. Last couple seconds here, the first quarter. It's first down. You're deep in your own end zone. But you know what? That tells your players you got confidence in them too to dial that up and go for the home run. So
I think one of the keys is always making your opponent play the entire field. All right, here's Hoffman. And that's McFoy around the edge. And they corner him out of bounds there. Maybe a gain of about 5. Wow. So it's going to be about 3rd and 5. We're winding the first quarter down. And as we end quarter 1, it's Malvern Prep 7, Berks Catholic nothing. We'll be back in a moment.
Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player, Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today.
Okay, we're back here at the Farino Sports Complex. Start of the second quarter. Malvern Prep 7 and Berks Catholic nothing. Kerry, you and I were talking in between the quarter here during the break on how big that defense came up for Berks Catholic because it easily could be 21-0 right now.
No, they absolutely did. In that first quarter came up huge twice.
Here's Hoffman back to pass. And he's got, oh boy, I think that's Colby Newton out of the backfield, and it was, and he got blasted there. Was that J.T. Roberts again? Wow. Nope. All right, that's going to be a 4th down now. Just under a yard, and it's gut check time because Berks Catholic going for it deep in their own end to start the second quarter. 4th down and 1 from their own 20, Kerry.
Huge play. Let's see if they, just try and go with the hard count, see if they can get draw them off sides, and looks like we have a timeout called.
Okay, timeout on the field. Supportive Concepts for Families Incorporated is a provider of high-quality services and supports for individuals with behavioral health, intellectual and or developmental disabilities. Supportive Concepts for Families currently supports hundreds of physically, intellectually, and or developmentally disabled individuals throughout Pennsylvania. They're located at 120 Prospect Street in Reading. Call at 888-686-7233. They've got $1,000 sign-on bonuses for full-time employees and $500 for part-time employees. Supportive Concepts for Families Incorporated. Thank you. Part of the Imperium family of companies, our title sponsor here for BCTV Friday Night Football. Huge play.
4th and 1.
And they punt it. And a good punt this time. And it takes a BC bounce by Givens. And it looks like it's out to the 48. Well, Malvern Prep, I don't think that they've started a drive on their side of the field yet, Kerry, have they?
No, well, maybe one at the 50, but no, they've had great field position. Couple scores here, Bruce, so far in the early on. Exeter Township at Muhlenberg, and that's 0-0. Kutztown at Morrisville, 0-0. Hamburg, 0. Mahanoy area, 21.
Wow.
Schuylkill Valley, 0. Minersville, 8. Twin Valley and Conrad Weiser, no score. Daniel Boone on top of Fleetwood. Of course, it's early, 3-0. And Penn Manor, 8. Wilson, 3.
You're kidding. You're kidding me on that Wilson score. That's White Jr., and there he's bursting down the side. Boy, look at him just explode away from that defense. Wow, impressive there, Kerry.
It's early, 3-0 at the show. Again, Corsa going to Clemson as a baseball player, just an incredible athlete. Has played, both quarterback and receiver here so far this season for Malvern Prep. Pretty much going the whole way tonight so far, playing quarterback. But, you just get him in the space and you see the stride. Just, incredible athlete. And expands the lead here for Malvern Prep. 13-0, and we'll see what happens with the PAT.
And up, and looks like it's good, and it is. 14-0, just that quick. Wow, looked like that was 47 yards, one play, I guess, on that drive. Right, Jim? All right. Wow, Kerry. Boy, Berks Catholic here now, very, very important to try and mount some kind of a drive to flip that field position that's really been in the favor of Malvern Prep all night long.
It has. This, the first quarter opening, the second's really been a story of field position. You can't discredit that Berks Catholic defense, though, coming up huge with 2 stops in their own red zone there. But again, that was just a incredible athlete making an incredible play on that last touchdown with White for Malvern Prep.
Yeah. One of the more impressive runs that we've seen this year, that is for sure. All right, back deep for Berks Catholic there. That's number 21, Clayton Gibbs. And kicking off there for Malvern Prep, number 62, that's Cole Caba. Nice boot there. Feel that about the 5. And he's got some room up the sidelines. And, caught from behind. Beautiful run there by Clayton Gibbs. And there, Cole, field position, just what Berks Catholic needed.
Well, if you look at that kickoff compared to the other two, again, that first one would have gone out of bounds. Berks Catholic fielded it and stepped out. The second one did go out of bounds. So, that's their first time of really getting the opportunity to return. And, incredible job, like you said, of flipping the field and starting on Malvern Prep side of the field. Ball's on the 45. We got 1st and 10. Ball on the 45. 10:43 left here in the second quarter.
Carwell and McFoy's got the ball, and a good gain there, maybe about 7. That's one of their better offensive plays on first down tonight for BC.
No, nice job off tackle there by McFoy. And again, when he gets in that second level, that's when he can be so dangerous. Of course, we saw, Malvern Prep and White do it the last series there. But, when we just saw Berks Catholic the series before when they were on offense, it looked like, McFoy was just getting ready to turn the corner and then got met. But when he gets that second level or he gets outside, that's where he's so dangerous.
Oh, my God, Hoffman, and a little difficulty there on the snap. Boy, you know, Berks Catholic, they have they have had, you know, a few issues with mistakes so far in this game too. Despite the stellar play on defense, on offense they've had a few miscues that have really hurt them.
I gotta apologize for these guys. So it's Bruce trying to get our producer Schmitty going there. Schmitty, a reading specialist and educator by trade, and Bruce coming up with his difficulty.
Yeah, difficulty. I mean, that's how you say it in Indiana.
Well, I stay away from those big syllable words.
Oh, and there's a reverse there to number 5. John Berk there. Nice misdirection. Gets positive yardage, almost back to, you know, they got at least the 5 yards back, so it's going to give him about 3rd and, about 4 carry?
Waiting to see the official when we try and start the guess, and then with the scoreboard. But, yeah, it looks about 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Scoreboard stuck on 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I think the scoreboard is stuck almost on the first quarter there. So, and I think that's Newton, and he did not get much at all.
So if you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in. We're into the second quarter now. Visiting Malvern Prep has 14 on the board. The home team, Berks Catholic Saints, have not scored yet. You know, if you're just turning in and first time.
Tyler Gibbons now.
Cayman Hayes back deep, somebody I talked about earlier on.
And a really beautiful punt there.
So again, we've seen Rose at running back, you know, so far for Malvern Prep. Hayes also handles the rock for Malvern Prep. Second quarter here at Berks Catholic High School, 8:26 left in this second quarter. 14-0. The Malvern Prep Friars on top of the Berks Catholic Saints, and Malvern Prep starting deep in their own end of the zone.
Oh, there it's going deep, and oh, what a beautiful catch there by number 3, Ryan McGuire. Holy cow, he just dropped that in the trash can.
Hate to burst your bubble there, but the official ruled it incomplete. Please.
Oh, my.
Looked good from the stands, though.
It did look good from the stands. I have to
but that's why our friends in the zebra stripes get paid the big bucks, Bruce, and they're right there and on top of it. Second and 10, 8:19 left here in the second quarter. Berks Catholic defense came up big with their backs pinned to the wall. Let's see what they can do when they've got Malvern Prep's offense pinned. That's
all right.
Rose.
Rose. Nice gain there up the middle. Going to leave us about 3rd down.
Okay, looks like a 3rd and 5. So kind of a flip of what we saw in the first quarter, where Berks Catholic's D had their back to the goal line. Now we see it where they've got Malvern Prep's offense pinned.
And right up the gut. Oh, he just glides out there. White Jr., and there he goes. Nobody's going to catch him. 88 yards. 87 yards for the touchdown. Wow. Well, I mean, he just glides out there, Kerry.
Yeah, let's split the difference and say 87 points.
Nope.
Already committed to Clemson as for baseball, just an incredible athlete. And, you know, when he gets at second level and he gets in space, the opportunity is always there for him to take it to the house. So that puts Malvern Prep up 20, waiting for the extra point here, 20-0 over the Berks Catholic Saints.
You still on banner? And it's good.
Again, very deceiving with this Malvern Prep team coming in. Again, their losses when you look at the likes of LaSalle College High School, McDonough from Maryland, who's a common opponent for both of these teams this year, and of course Imhotep out of Philadelphia. All just very, very much established powerhouse types of programs. So, again, talking to Coach Guerrero before the game a little bit, he certainly did not have any panic in his voice about where they were standing with their losses so far this year, and just looking to come out and execute tonight.
All right, 21-0 now, 7:30 till halftime.
For the kick here, update on that last drive. That last drive was 4 plays. Looking at that, the last 4 plays on offense for Malvern Prep. The last 4 plays, not that last drive. That last 4 plays have been for 142 yards in only 1 minute and 4 seconds on the clock and resulted in 14 points. So again, the last 4 offensive plays for Malvern Prep have covered 142 yards and only been a little bit over a minute off the clock. So again, very explosive offense, and a lot of that, attributed to Lonnie White for Malvern Prep.
Taken by McCoy on the 5-yard line.
So something we've been looking forward to see here, Bruce, all season long is McFoy on the kickoff returns, got some positive yards, but the Malvern Prep kick coverage team strung him out there, and it's going to set up a 1st down and 10. Ball right around the 20. So Berks Catholic here with 7:24 left in the second marking period, coming out of their own end, and 1st and 10. Going to be flying solo here for a little bit. Bruce working with our crew, making sure we're technically up and running. Berk there, number 5 on the carry for Berks Catholic, trying to get the corner here on the wide side of the field. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down, and looks about 6 or 7 here for Berks Catholic's offense. Hoping to get some positive yards, maybe string a drive together, get a couple 1st downs, and establish some offense here in this game. Again, until last week, Berks Catholic's offense had not scored in the first half of a game. They did so, often last week against Boyertown, but have yet to score tonight. We saw that connection work earlier in this game with Hoffman to Lutz. That time, pass falls incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down here. It's 3rd down 6, balls on the 24. 7:14 left here in the second quarter at Berks Catholic High School, right in Pennsylvania. And we have the visiting Malvern Prep Friars, 21, and Berks Catholic has not scored yet in this contest. It's Abdul McFoy trying to get the corner going around left end. Looks kind of maybe got back to a line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a 4th down situation here for Berks Catholic. And thinking that we're going to see the punt team come back in. Again, a few miscues in the first quarter with some snaps. But that Berks Catholic defense, with their backs against the wall, came up huge early on. Okay, we're going to see a punt. The ball is on the 24. And this one's away. Nice boot, fair catch called. Nice job by Berks Catholic and their punt team on that one, getting the ball out extended over the 50, and Malvern Prep's going to take over here. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Malvern Prep's going to have a 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 47-yard line.
First down and 10 prior. Ball resting at the 47-yard line.
Great night for football here in Berks County. Great crowd on the home side here for Berks Catholic student section. They always have a different theme each week, and tonight it is jersey night, so a lot of football jerseys down there. Saw some hockey jerseys as well. First and 10 for Malvern Prep, starting on their own 47. Great job by the Berks Catholic defense there. Huge job getting upfield there. Berks Catholic, a loss of 7 is going to bring up a second down and 17 for Malvern Prep. Again, the Berks Catholic defense has been very staunch tonight, with the exception of really, some big plays. So they can get the ball back for their offense here before the half. That would be great.
Okay. Duct tape and baling wire. All right. Rose there, or excuse me, White with the incomplete pass. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for taking over there, Kerry.
No problem, Bruce. It's what we do. We're a team.
All right, 21-0 here, Malvern Prep, 6:14 until half.
And I did not even once say anything about you being from Indiana at all the whole time you were gone.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're wrong there. I'm sure you did. All right, here's White. And he is just so smooth. Look at this guy run the football. And he, strong, powerful, impressive athlete.
Yeah, to say that was a stiff arm would be an understatement. That was more of looked like a Reggie White club coming on the Berks Catholic defender there, just throwing him out of the way to get a couple additional yards.
Wow, 1st and 10 now for Malvern Prep on the 31. Coach Guerrero was very confident before the game, and you can see why when you see these guys perform out on the field.
Yeah, and while you were at the break trying to help our tech guys, I mentioned that, Bruce, and it's just the thing, again, the losses to those powerhouse teams, there was certainly no panic, with Coach Guerrero coming into this.
All right, incomplete pass there.
Take a look at their offensive line out there for Malvern Prep, though. Very big boys, but again, when you look at the body composition of them, they're athletic looking as well. And, they've done a great job so far tonight, in propelling the ground attack that White's been able to get to a second level and have those big runs.
All right. Timeout, 5:41 here to go till half, Carey. All you can say is it's been a very impressive performance for Malvern Prep, but quite honestly, Berks Catholic, hasn't really helped themselves. They've had, quite a few offensive penalties, and then, the defense held after those two, bad punts, but it's really kept Berks Catholic on their heels really the entire first half.
It really has, and again, mentioned it earlier about the common opponent with McDonough, and again, private school down in Maryland produces a lot of D1 athletes, and I know when we had them here last year, not only D1 football players out there on the field, but D1 lacrosse players and other sports as well. But when you look at the crossover, Malvern Prep had lost to them this season 14-13, and McDonough beat Berks Catholic 38-7. So I think when you look at that, it's is the question going to be the ability for Berks Catholic to generate offense tonight and generate points on the board.
All right.
So I think we do see the quarterback change here, and again, talked about this when they played Imhotep. The freshman, number 11, Bryce Pippin, had come in and played quarterback, and of course, number 10, Lonnie White, had moved out to receiver. And talking to Coach Guerrero before the game, he did let us know that White would be starting at quarterback, but at some point we would be seeing the freshman Pippin, and he's in now.
Oh, just a little bit behind number 12, Isaac White. So it's going to be fourth down and about 9. Boy, you got to give credit for the BC defense. They gave up those couple big plays, but, when their backs have been against the wall, they've really stood tall.
No, they have. And, again, looking at this, good opportunity to get the freshman quarterback in from Malvern Prep. Give him an opportunity to get some reps in a situation like this to see if he can get in the end zone. And but, no, it's kind of been talked about a few times here tonight. That Berks Catholic defense has been very staunch when their backs have been against the wall.
And we've got a whistle. Well, we're hoping we can make it to halftime here to where we could do some, hopefully some repairs, I guess similar to Apollo 13, I think. So 5 minutes to go. Malvern Prep up 21-0. Going to be very interesting, Kerry. For Berks Catholic here, getting this stop on, they really need to try and get some points here before the half to get back in this game.
Yeah, I think it's really kind of twofold. Keeping Malvern Prep off the board and going up by 4 scores, and again, ideally, being able to get some points on the board themselves.
How about the pound? All right, going to be interesting to see what Malvern Prep comes out and does here. And they do have the freshman back in there, Bryce Pippin. And number 31 there behind him, you talked about Cayman Hayes. He's in the game at running back.
Yeah, so Malvern Prep opened up with Rose at running back, Cayman Hayes now.
Oh, and the snap goes through him. Oh, and looks like we had a false start penalty.
I heard the whistles, don't see the flag.
Haven't seen a signal yet. Looks like dead ball. Illegal procedure on Malvern Prep, so that's going to back him up 5. Going to make it about 4th and 14, Kerry.
Yeah, just some miscommunication there on the snap. It didn't look like Pippin was ready to take the snap on that last play, but there was a false start ahead of it.
Pippin. He's being he was slammed by Lincoln Lutz, and that's going to be intercepted there by number 19, Owen Wolf. And he's coming up the sidelines, and he's got a seam, and he's still on his feet, and he's brought down at the 43-yard line. Wow, just what the doctor ordered for Berks Catholic.
No, that was huge. And again, you can, think, oh, okay, a punt return and, maybe get those types of things or get the, miscue. But something like that where you actually get an interception and return it is just something that revitalizes your whole sidelines. And what a great opportunity with 4:44 left here in the second quarter for the Berks Catholic Saints to, take advantage of this opportunity and try and get on the scoreboard before half. Again, Wolf with that interception, mentioned him on a big play earlier on defense in this game, and has made some positive contributions here so far. We've got some movement before snap. Let's see the call. Yeah, looks like we had the right guard and right tackle jumping there for Berks Catholic. It's going to take them back, and it's going to set us up with a first down and 15. 4:44 left here. And 4:44 left here in the second quarter. Berks Catholic with an attempt to run up the middle here, a couple yards.
Taken by number 8, Colby Newton.
Colby Newton on the carry. Clock is running. We're down to 4:30 here left in the second quarter. Malvern Prep on top of Berks Catholic, 21-0.
Incredible, incredible. Sorry we had to kind of disconnect there. I was talking about Apollo 13. We were about ready to kind of ditch our broadcast there. Thanks to Scott Smith, our producer, for keeping us on the air. Amazing. Sorry to butt in there, Kerry, but Scott needed that was a gutsy move.
It's all right, Bruce. I'm just over here calling a football game, but it's going to bring up a third down for Berks Catholic. 3:50 left now on the clock here in the second quarter. Big third down for Berks Catholic. Ideally they would, they want to get into the end zone, but right now extending this drive, getting a first down, would be key. So 3rd and 8. Ball on the 41, going in for Berks Catholic. 3:30 left here on the clock in the second quarter.
All right, Brad Hoffman now. We're breathing again. Back to pass. Everybody's covered, and he's just throwing it away. Wow, number 58 was chasing after him, J.T. Roberts, and he really does have some speed there, Kerry.
No, he does, and, it's just his presence on the defensive line has been felt tonight, and again, doesn't always show up in the stats. There was, of course, a huge, whether it went down as a sack or just a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then another sack, and then that just flushing Hoffman from the pocket and, screwing up the timing of everything. If we had to talk about defensive performers so far tonight, I think it would definitely be him.
Okay, Givens, he's handled the ball as much as anybody for BC, and he gets it away.
Another high snap, but good job getting up there, getting it.
Oh, and a really
Catholic roll.
Really good punt there. All right, we've got 3:06 till half. Really important that BC stands up here and doesn't let them get anything more. We'll keep it right here as we're pretty close to halftime. 3 minutes. Gary, this Malvern Prep offense, and especially Lonnie White Jr., it's just been a feast of big plays for these guys in the first half.
No, absolutely. When you look at the amount of yards that that White's had here in the first half, I mean that's an incredible game. With the yardage that he's had, and he did that really in the first part of this game, and spanning just a few minutes in the game.
All right, that was Rose up the middle.
So we saw Pippin at quarterback and Hayes at running back the last series for Malvern Prep. And now we see Rose back in running back. He's gotten the bulk of the work here, carrying the rock for Malvern Prep in this first half.
And it looks like number 11, Bryce Pippin, is in there at quarterback.
Again, that's a true freshman.
And he hands it to Rose. Oh, and he fumbles the football! Berks Catholic's got it! Wow! Boy, that's just what the doctor ordered. First down, Berks Catholic inside the Malvern Prep 20. We've got 2:30 left in the first half, Kerry.
An injury update here. I don't have any eardrums left, Bruce.
Oh, my God.
I love your passion. I love your excitement. But, no, that was a huge, huge play. Again, we've talked about how staunch this Berks Catholic defense has been and coming up huge. Minus those few big plays, they've played a lights-out game tonight. So what more could you ask for? 2:30 left on the clock here right before half. 1st and 10 going in. Ball on the 19-yard line. Let's see if Berks Catholic can cash in.
Hoffman, that's Carwell up the middle. He's got a hole going for the end zone. And he is. Is he in? No signal yet. Just short. Wow, great run there by Carwell. Bouncing off tacklers. Almost got
19-yard line. Let's see if it. No, but the 1st and goal just short. All the referees kind of look like our friend Lewis on the cruise ship there, just waving with two hands to those of us on shore. And but again, 1st and goal from the 1. Just over 2 minutes left here in the first half. Can Berks Catholic punch it in?
Hoffman. Carwell just got blasted back. Did he dive in? Wow. I mean, he just hit a brick wall. All right. Going to be 2nd and goal now, Kerry. Looks like at about the 1, maybe just a tad inside the 1 for Berks Catholic. So important they get on the board with 7 right here.
Yeah, let's see what they do. And I'm all about offensive line play. You know that, Bruce. But I don't know if banging at the middle of that Malvern Prep D-line right now is necessarily the best move.
Well, that one was good. That was Carwell in for the touchdown.
Yep,
Berks Catholic.
You know, from up here, looking like going over, right guard, right tackle area, getting in. Again, but, with what I was saying there, nice job of just kind of pinning all those big wide bodies inside there. And, getting off the hip, getting in the end zone. And this is huge for Berks Catholic in many ways. Again, before last weekend, scored in the first half, scoring tonight now, right before halftime. And, we'll see what the PAT is, but taking it down to a 2-score game.
Zavala boots it through. 21-7. Malvern Prep over Berks Catholic. 1:20 to go until halftime. Wow, what an opportune time for a turnover there, Kerry.
Really it was, Bruce. And when you look at this, and we talked about it a little bit earlier in the broadcast, when you look at when Berks Catholic's defense was backed up, a few times there, and if they would have, broke instead of just bending a little bit, it really could have been, 2 more scores on there, of a deficit. So to make another stop, come up with a big play, get the fumble, Rose fumbles ball, puts it on the ground. Berks Catholic comes back with it, takes advantage of that opportunity, punches it in the end zone, and we're sitting here now right before half with 1:20 left. Malvern Prep 21, Berks Catholic 7. It's an entirely different, dynamic to this ball game, only being down 2 scores and having the momentum going in the half.
All right. Going to be interesting to see what Malvern Prep does now with 1:20 to go. All right, they've got Zavala now. Ready to kick off for Berks Catholic deep.
Spots, number 26, Isaiah Wright. Number 4, D'Angelo Stocker.
Wright and Stocker deep. Looks like Stocker's going to handle the ball. And he is flying up through the center there. Wow, and he keeps going all the way out to about the 47-yard line. They just could not bring him down.
Yeah, I don't think this is real football here in eastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania, and the level of competition, from Philadelphia area, Philadelphia suburbs, Chester County, Montgomery County, and the athletes that so many of these teams have. And again, we talked about White here in the first half, but Malvern Prep really is loaded, with good football players.
And White is back in there, Kerry.
See if the Berks Catholic defense can come up big one more time here in this first half.
That's Hayes carrying the ball up the middle, and he's stacked up after about a gain of 6, it looks like.
One thing to point out here, though, you look at that run by Hayes and just the second effort, the third effort. We've kind of seen that. We saw it with Berks Catholic, and we've also seen it with Malvern Prep. These guys are running hard.
Yeah.
And, it's certainly nobody's just, going down with that first hit. Everybody's playing hard. It's been a good, clean game so far, and it's just been fun to watch.
All right, White back to throw across the middle, broken up there beautifully. Number 4 with the breakup for Berks Catholic. That's Timmy Fleischwood.
Just as smooth and effortless, those long runs of White's looked. Same thing there with just his, his tossing the rock as a quarterback. Just such a, poetry in motion type of athlete.
You got that right. I mean, it's just smooth with a capital S. All right, here's White. Looking. Down the middle, throwing it up for grabs and intercepted! Christian Caccione at the 5-yard line for Berks Catholic.
Yeah, White hanging in there until the last
with a capital S.
Kind of got to be able to step all the way into that throw, but Caccione, who's coming, coming up big here, and we're calling his name a lot more as the season's been going on. Just big time interception there. Again, being pinned on your own goal line, but you'll take it because it keeps them out. 29.3 seconds left. Ball security, Bruce, here with 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 4 for Berks Catholic. 29 seconds right before the half.
And we're going to have a special guest at halftime. We're going to have Anthony Myers, Mr. 17 Strong. I'll be down on the field talking to Anthony at halftime after Jim Berk and I do a quick rundown of the stats. And that's going to end the first half with Malvern Prep 21, Berks Catholic 7. We'll have Jim Berk out for a look at halftime stats, and then we're going to have a quick interview with Anthony Myers from 17 Strong.
Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player, Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today. Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player, Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today. Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups,
Kerry Moyer here with Jim Berkman, Spotlight on Berks Sports, and going to give a quick update here at halftime. Then we got a special halftime report from Bruce down the field. But Jim, as far as stats for the first half, who do we have as our offensive leaders in this game?
Well, it's all ground game for Malvern Prep. Lonnie White, the quarterback, has 182 ground yards. Now, 2 of them came on those big touchdowns, 47 yards and 88 yards on the ground. But he's carried the ball 7 times, 182 yards. So that's where your big stats are. Total yards, 247 for Malvern Prep, 44 total yards for Berks Catholic. It's very much dominated one side yardage game. 21-7 on the scoreboard, though. The Saints aren't out of this game just yet. Through the air, Malvern Prep's only 1 for 9. They have those 2 interceptions, so not a lot of yards in the air. Berks Catholic 2 of 7 for only 16 yards. Berks Catholic could be in this game a little bit more. They had 2 bad snaps on the punts. caused them some field possession. They have 5 penalties, and they've been sacked 2 times. So you're looking at total yards, Malvern, big advantage. Time of possession, Berks Catholic's leading, 13 minutes to 11 minutes, time of possession. They just need to get the offense moving.
Yeah, and just, looking at it and, watching the game here in the first half, I think Berks Catholic's defense has done a great job and really come up strong, when they needed to. And, it's going to be interesting to see the second half. I think Berks Catholic had a little bit of momentum here going into halftime. And, it's just going to be, again, being down 2 scores versus down 4 scores, I think is huge. So expecting a big second half. So any halftime scores from any of the other games that we have?
Some other scores that we have. Daniel Boone is leading Fleetwood 3-0. Conrad Weiser leading Twin Valley 14-3. Minersville leading Schuylkill Valley 8-7. Mahanoy area 28, Hamburg 6. Morrisville 20, Kutztown 6. Wilson is leading Penn Manor 24-8. Exeter is leading Muhlenberg 24-0.
Okay, I think the big one there when you handed one of those initial scores in the first half, it was Penn Manor 8. Wilson hadn't scored yet.
Right.
I know that was early in the game. Obviously, it's more to what we've expected.
Right.
So, we have any word yet if Bruce is ready down on the field?
Looks like he's ready to go.
Okay, we're going to turn it over to broadcast partner Bruce Badgley and his special guest.
Okay, Bruce Badgley down on the field. Bruce Badgley down on the field. Very special guest, Anthony Myers. Anthony, how have you been, my friend? Tell everybody how you're feeling.
Yeah, I've been good. I'm feeling good. Just staying positive. Nothing's really holding me back. I'm been back at school. Just enjoying life, and yeah.
Well, good. I know that we were speaking a little bit before the game, about how you're doing. You're working out and whatever. You're back to school. What are some of the things that, through this process that you've gone through that, have, kind of surprised you at all?
Just the support from everybody. I appreciate it greatly, and I really wouldn't be my happy self if it wasn't for the support from the whole community rallying behind me, donating money to me, and allowing me to do things that so many other kids can't do with treatments and stuff, getting a few surgeries done, and just doing things that normal kids can't do.
And that, you made mention of that. I mean, you and I had opportunity to speak in the locker room. We speak out here and that, and, you do. You seem very happy. You seem very much at peace with yourself. And, obviously, you've gone through a lot, in the last year, really, because, we were talking about, the punt return, last year when you had the, there in the playoffs. But, what do you look forward through in the next year that, you expect?
Next year, I'm just continuing to work on myself, continuing to make progress with my cancer treatment. And I'm just continuing to be positive and, being here for my team right now. Hopefully we can come back from this 21-7 deficit, just staying positive and being there for those guys.
Yeah, I mean, this team obviously looks to you for motivation, but beyond the team or what have you, I mean, this community and really the country uses you for motivation. And if you can get through things, obviously our lives, we can get through an awful lot too. So, listen, I want to thank you very much. Enjoy the second half. And, we got to do this more often, all right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, back up to you guys.
Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player, Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today. Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today.
All right, partner, here we go. Yeah, I think we can get back to the commercial roll here. We'll, I guess. And we're back. Third quarter action. Berks Catholic, Malvern Prep. Malvern Prep on top, 21-7 carry. Very interesting first half. Actually, this game could be well in hands of Malvern Prep if it wasn't for a superior effort by that BC defense.
No, they really came up big in the first half.
And a touchback. Nice kick there by Zavala. So it's out to the 20. I think this is maybe the worst starting field position for Malvern Prep all game. Now I take that back. Late in the first half there, they had that nice punt that pinned them back. But BC, boy, that defense really needs to step it up here in the third quarter as well.
So we got 1st and 10, start of the third quarter. Ball is on the 20. Malvern Prep going out.
All right. And number 10 at quarterback, Lonnie White, had an incredible first half. And that's, looks like Stephen Rose. And he picks up about 4.
Yeah, really coming in, Rose number 5, and of course Cayman Hayes, two guys that we were expecting to get the rock when the ball was handed off, and Rose really had the bulk of the carries from the running back position in the first half, and is out here starting the second half at running back for Malvern Prep.
All right, White now taking it himself around the left side, and nice tackle there. On the outside, kind of missed that number there for BC. Looked like that was number 30 with the tackle there, Aiden Gallen.
Yeah, White just very patient there, kind of scoping things out, seeing where he could get a little bit of daylight. He's able to bounce it outside, get a few positive yards.
All right, here's White now. That's number 28, Aiden Catania. And Rose around the left side's got the first down.
Impressive run there, impressive job by the offensive line, that whole offensive unit for Malvern Prep. Again, that's the ball was over on the left hash. They ran that in the short side of the field. And I think one thing that we saw with both Rose and Cayman Hayes, the running backs for Malvern Prep, they're not afraid to bang, and very much north and south kind of guys. And paid off for Malvern Prep there, bringing up a 1st and 10 with a fresh set of downs, Bruce. Ball is on the 37.
Thank you for that plug, Kerry. All right, here's Mr. White now. And that's Rose again. Boy, that's been a name we've said a lot tonight. He's got a nice run. Oh, down the sidelines. Looks like we're going to have a penalty, though. Flag came flying in.
Yeah, it seemed like that flag came flying in a little bit later after the play developed, maybe a block in the back after he got into the second level. Regardless, just seeing that live and seeing that on film, nice job by Rose getting upfield and getting positive yards.
And looks like we had a block in the back on Malvern. That's going to bring him back a bit. It's spot foul, I believe, so it'll be kind of 1st and maybe 4 or 5.
Oh, so I called that one right, Humbers.
You call most of these penalties right. Me with these eyes.
Well, and when you throw in the referee equation there, I don't ever want to speak for him, and not a prophet. So it's always good to wait and see what they have to say. But
yeah,
no, plug earlier there for my friend Bruce and of course Daryl Daniel every week with the Fresh Set Down show from PJ's. Talking about Berks and all of District 3 football.
White takes it himself this time around the left side for maybe a couple, not much. And that's number 30 again in there in a tackle for Berks Catholic, Aiden Gallen.
Again, nice job by his Berks Catholic defense. With the exception of a few big plays, they've really, been, pretty stalwart throughout the night.
All right, here's White now. Rose to his left. In motion, that's number 4, Stocker. And a little bubble screen out there, and now breaking free, number 12, Isaac White, down the sidelines for a touchdown. 58 yards. Rose to his left.
Yeah, just a great play there, and obviously, talked about a little bit earlier about some great athletes here on the Malvern Prep squad. Got him out in the space, and he took it from there.
Yeah, it was all she wrote. Boy, that was just a pretty run there by. All right, in for the extra point. That's number 68, Andrew Monteith. Snap, down, kick is good, and it's 28-7 now. Just that quick carry. Malvern Prep over Berks Catholic.
So it's just, something, Jim and I talked a little bit, at halftime when you went down the field too about, what this swing could have been, and of course, a game of could have beens of, could have been 3-4 scores that Berks Catholic was down. Again, some positive things right before the half, and, coming into the second half here, just being down 21-7. So really, again, it's not panic time, early here in the third quarter, 9:38 left, but it would be huge if Berks Catholic could answer this Malvern Prep touchdown on the opening drive and come back and put a score of their own on the board.
Thanks to Reading Alloys. They are our underwriter of this BCTV Friday Night Football broadcast. Reading Alloys in Robizonia, lots of good jobs available. Check them out at readingalloys.com. All right, 9:38 here left in the third quarter, and it's 28-7, as Kerry was talking about here. McFoy's back there this time to return the kick, Kerry. So, Berks Catholic pulling out all the stops now.
Yeah, we got to see him return one, earlier in the game. And, again, anytime you can get the ball in his hands, the big play possibility is always there.
And they pooch it down the center there. Looks like that's Colby Newton breaking free to the outside. And a nice return there by Colby Newton. Bringing it across into Malvern.
Is always there.
Giving Berks Catholic excellent field position.
Right, so you don't want to kick it deep. You don't want to kick it to McFoy. So you kick it right to one of the up men there. And so, even if they fall on it, you're starting in decent position. You can get some positive yards and get upfield, make that first guy miss, find a seam, and, that's where we're at now. You got first down 10, the ball's on the 41 going in. Way to take advantage of that by Berks Catholic.
I think the only thing that Malvern Prep has had a problem with tonight has been kickoffs and kick coverage. And a penalty there. Yeah, that's been a problem for BC tonight, the false starts.
We saw a lot of that, week one when we had our game, and by this point in the season, you got 4 games under your belt. You're coming in to Berks Catholic course coming in 2-2, the wins over Exeter and Boyertown, and you would think that you would have all those little things worked out, but it's probably been pushing about a half a dozen of those false starts, illegal procedures here so far in this game.
All right, here's Hoffman. Back to pass. Running. A little shovel there to Caccione. Beautiful play there. And it looks like he's got a first down. But was he may have been across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But regardless, hey, just it was a great heads-up play. Again, trying to turn the corner, finds a receiver.
Looked like he was beyond the line of scrimmage on that, unfortunately.
Hey, give him an A for effort, though.
Absolutely. It was a pretty play. All right, so that's going to back BC up again. Illegal forward pass, loss of down, so that's going to make it 2nd down and, boy, about 19. Hoffman now. That's McFoy around the side, and he kind of burrows his way forward. Very interesting there. He just was kind of scooting along the ground, picked up about 5 yards.
And almost into a bear crawl there, keeping the ball up though. And again, we always talk about his ability to make big plays in space, but nice job there, banging off tackle, getting positive yards, bringing up this 3rd down and 14. Ball back to about the 45 going in. 8:50 left here in the 3rd quarter.
All right, Hoffman now under center. 3rd down, 14. And they give it to McFoy, and he maybe gets a couple. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, some positive yards there by Berks Catholic, but again with that penalty, just kind of getting back to close to the line of scrimmage, and probably about 4th and 13 here.
Yeah, special teams, for both teams have been a little bit suspect this evening.
Well, this is the one that kind of has the people on the edge of their seats is when Berks Catholic's punt team comes out and the snap.
Givens back, good snap this time, and gets it off. And a fair catch, and he lets it go. Oh, coffin corner kick there by Givens. Maybe not the best to let that bounce, and it's inside. Oh, my gosh. That's inside.
Out and the snap. Yeah. Indecision is a killer, on punt returns. And, again, when Berks Catholic has gotten it off, they've got some pretty decent rolls, going their way, in the punting game. And, now here, golden opportunity for this Berks Catholic defense, who has been fighting and scratching, clawing all night, having Malvern Prep's offense backed up to the goal line. The ball sitting on the 1. Let's see if they can come up with a big play here and get a momentum swing, early in the second half here in the 3rd quarter. 7:53 left.
All right. Thanks to my buddy Tom Klitsch checking in tonight. Appreciate all the input from all the fans all over. And it looks like White just trying to burrow his way out. He does get a few there. Going to make it about 2nd and 6, trying to get out from the shadow of their own goal line. Give them a little bit room, give Malvern Prep a little bit of room to work. Okay, here's White now, calling signals. And that's Rose bursting through. Boy, he's had a great game. He's had a lot of tough yards, but he has played a whale of a game so far, Kerry.
No, nice job there. Again, all the running backs, both sides, getting north and south. He got into that 2nd level, made a cut, made a move, got a couple more yards. Again, ball security, we did see him put it on the ground, earlier in the game in the 1st half, but, crucial here. To be able to hang on to that ball and not just turn it back over to Berks Catholic so deep in their own zone.
All right, 1st and 10 now. Rose again on the ground. Only a couple there this time. On the stop there, number 76, that was Roman Donahue. He's played a very good game so far too, Kerry.
That whole front 7 really with Berks Catholic, they've done a nice job. Again, they've bended a few times. Other than those big plays, they've really done a nice job.
All right, here's White to Rose. Boy, we've said that a lot tonight. And beautiful balance there to get back outside. And boy, they're just going to be just short. Going to be about a 3rd and 2 there. I don't know what hit me in the head. At least it wasn't a bucket of water like last year.
No, I'm going to go with a very big moth. I could have fun and say it was a bat, Bruce, but yeah, I think it was a moth.
Okay. I think it was a bat, but all right, here's White. Takes it himself. Smooth up the middle. That's going to give them another first down. Really impressive how they moved this out from their own goal line, Kerry.
Really is. And just going back to previous conversation there, I don't know, down around the goalpost, just looked down the end zone there in the scoreboard, and there was a
bat.
A bat, yeah, I think it was a bat.
All right, White. Oh, shovel pass on the inside. That's number 2, Tinson. And well defended by Berks Catholic that time.
But, when you take a look up at the lights, there's a lot of moths, so I guess that's bat food. So,
yep, bats are smart. They use radar, don't they? All right. This is a football game, right? Not stand-up comedy? All right, 2nd down and 8. Malvern Prep now. White calling signals and throwing deep down the left side. And did he catch it in bounds? He did. Oh, my, over the shoulder, number 12, Isaac White. Beautiful pitch.
Up there, and way to keep the feet in and make that reception. That's a huge play. Just a nice ball, laying it out there. Great job, ball security, getting it, looking it in, and getting the feet in. And huge gain, first down, 1st and 10. Ball's on the 41 going in.
Yeah,
from Malvern Prep.
Totally impressive, Lonnie White Jr. Totally impressive. Calling signals again to Rose. And he's upended. Nice tackle there again by number 30, Eden Gallen. But, boy, Stephen Rose, has put on a show running the football tonight too, Kerry.
No, he really has. And, upended, I think that's a little bit on his, own decision there, kind of going up to guy and hurdle, and came back down on his feet, and then finally got taken down. But with Rose and Cayman Hayes, both those guys have been running north and south for Malvern Prep. Rose getting the lion's share of the workload, carrying the rock tonight.
All right, here's White, back to pass again, going for the end zone. That's number 2. Did he? Oh, boy, I was going to say that would have been one heck of a grab by Tinson if he would have stayed in bounds, but he did not. Boy, that outside deep shoulder fade has just been money tonight for Lonnie White.
Obviously a well-coached program, and you can just tell the timing's there, and just too close to the sidelines for that one to be called in.
All right, White takes it himself, breaks free, tries to get outside, and still on his feet. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if he got to the first down sticks, but, boy, he's awful close.
Yeah, if we go back and watch a replay there and count them up, it's, 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss.
Takes it himself.
Host of black shirts making the stop, but just so elusive.
Oh, powerful too. He's not going down with the first hit, that's for sure.
No, when we saw him club that guy in the first half there.
Yeah, I know. He just threw the guy to the ground. All right, White now. Changing the play. And a timeout by Malvern Prep.
Looking at 4th and 1, the ball's on the 32, 2:54 left here in the 3rd quarter. Malvern Prep 28, Berks Catholic 7.
Thanks very much to Imperium. The Imperium family of companies, our title sponsor for BCTV Friday Night Football. Imperium was established to support and oversee its affiliated companies to assure that quality services and continuity of care are consistently provided to all individuals in a way that makes efficient use of available public funding. Imperium Incorporated was founded in January 2016. It's a Pennsylvania nonprofit corporation. Call them at 888-270-5733 888-888-3333. Their office is located at 120 Prospect Street in Reading. Okay.
Big fourth down play coming up here. 4th and 1, ball on the 32.
Let's see if this BC defense has another stand in them. And that's Rose, and he's got the first down the sidelines, and he is in for the score. 32 yards. Stephen Rose, very impressive there. Went off tackle, then scooted outside and up the sidelines.
No,
see if this.
Jim Berkman, our spotlight on Berk Sports, did give me a card here with stat right before that play. On the previous play with the run by Lonnie White, he did go up over 200 yards in this game, so he was sitting at 201 yards. Of course, big run there for Rose, and I'm sure we'll get an update on where he is sitting as well with rushing yards in this game, but kind of a backbreaker there for Berks Catholic on that run by Stephen Rose.
And the extra point is good. And just to remind everybody, at the end of the game, we're going to be picking a most valuable player. That'll be presented with the Ball Girl Custom Game Ball. What a tremendous memento of an outstanding performance. The Ball Girls put these custom game balls for us together all year long, and we've got one to present tonight to the most valuable player. We'll do that on the field after the game, so stay tuned. Jim Berkman and Carrie will do a recap of some stats, and then I'll be out on the field for the presentation. So 2:46 left here in the third quarter, and Malvern Prep now very much in control, Carrie, 35-7.
Yeah, 35-7, and looking at that last drive that covered 11 plays, 99 yards in 5 minutes and 7 seconds. And with that touchdown run, Rose now has gone up over 100 yards for a night, and he has 115 rushing yards. So we have a 200-yard rusher in White with 201, and now Rose has 115 yards of rushing on the night for the Malvern Prep Friars.
On a night when we've been praising the BC defense for some stands that, if they didn't make, this game could have been really out of hand.
Yeah,
so.
When you go back and watch this film, there's so many good plays where they've done so many good things and have stopped them, and it's really been the big play that's, been the backbreaker for Berks Catholic tonight.
All right, here's McFoy taking the kickoff, kind of picking his way, and he gets up to about the 25-yard line. So Berks Catholic takes over, down 35-7. With 2:39 to go here in the third quarter.
So if there is any real, possibility of Berks Catholic mounting a comeback here, it really needs to start now. Need to get some points on the board and kind of do it in a hurry. This drive's, kind of crucial with 2:39 left here in the third quarter. Malvern Prep up 35-7.
All right, Brad Hoffman. Under center for BC. Back to throw. And incomplete there to Caccione. They just haven't had that magic working with them tonight, Carrie. They had that one opportunity on that deep ball, but Caccione's been definitely held in check tonight.
Yeah, no, and a couple times that we've seen that with those outs, and, it's kind of thrown it, behind him, and we did see so many positive things with the pitch and catch combinations last week with Hoffman, but tonight just not being able to connect.
All right, Hoffman now, and that looks like that's Gunderson, and he got blasted. Woohoo! Boy, big hit there. Number 86 on that hit for Malvern Prep, Aiden Nicholson. I mean, he really just drove him right back.
Yeah, that's not his first hit of the night. And Gunderson got into second level, covered it up with both hands and just kind of got met there. It's going to bring up a third down. About 2 minutes left here in the third quarter.
All right. Big play time here for BC. Really need a first down. Hoffman now back to pass, rolling to his right, and he slips down. So that's going to bring up a 4th down here now for Berks Catholic. And back to punt there will be number 85 again, Tyler Givens. He's been a busy man tonight, Gary.
He has, and again, saw some miscues earlier with some snaps, some high snaps, and but when he has gotten them off, he's gotten some great punts off.
He has. I mean, good snap there. Boy, I tell you, Malvern Prep almost blocked that. Still got a great one and a good roll. Picked up there, looks like by number 12, Isaac White. Down the sidelines he goes and knocked out of bounds after a good return. Wow, that Isaac White has some speed too. I mean, he got around the corner and he just bolted down the sideline.
No.
Number 12, Isaac.
Setting up the offense, and of course we'll see, how long, we'll continue to see starters for Malvern Prep. But we're just about to the end of the third quarter, under a minute now, 58.3 seconds, with Malvern Prep up 35-7.
Yep, 58.3 left. It's Berks Catholic defense digging in once again. And Lonnie White comes back out there at quarterback. And it looks like he's got a pair of new running backs in there. That's number 26 with the ball there, Isaiah Wright. And he picks up a few. Going to give him about 2nd down and about 7, maybe along 6.
No, good decisive run there, getting upfield, getting some positive yards. Clock is running. I think, with looking at the field clock, we're going to have to get off at least one more play here in the third quarter.
All right, White. And that's number 26 again, Wright. And he's very close to a 1st down, and somebody's down for Berks Catholic, and some pain there, unfortunately. Oh, boy. Well, you hate to see this, Kerry. Berks Catholic has really been beset by injuries this year, starting with, in that scrimmage where Brad Hoffman sustained an injury. The starting backfield of Larkin and, Larkin is still out. McFoy is, gutting it out tonight on a very, very, very sore ankle. Talking to Will DeYoung's dad a little earlier, I mean, he suffered an ACL injury, last week. So he's out for the year. Yeah, Berks Catholic really taking a hit with the injury bug.
Now, and coming into this this season, we talked about it. They lost a lot of senior leadership from that team. Looking at the next group of guys coming in, stepping up, and injuries can certainly put some dents in the chemistry that they've been developing.
Yeah, you just hate to see this. You got to hope it's a cramp. All right, he is up and around. That's good to see. That's number 71 who was down, Jacob Colazzo. All right, back to live action here. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now for Malvern Prep. They're on the BC 26-yard line, leading 35-7, and it looks like the clock's going to run out. And we'll be back with 4th quarter action in a moment.
Attention parents and coaches. Do you wish you had a safe social media platform for your youth athletes? Fortunately for you, there's a revolutionary new app that helps with just that. Introducing Small Player, Big Play. Small Player, Big Play app provides young athletes, parents, and coaches a user-friendly sports social media platform. The app allows users to connect with friends, make new friends, create groups, text, chat, and post pictures and videos of you and your teammates participating in your favorite sport or activity. To begin, users can simply download and sign up for the app using an email account. Younger users have the ability to sign up using their smartphone and a parent's email address. From there, users can begin to interact and engage with other users of the app. Small Player Big Play app also gives users the ability to live stream full games and events. You can live stream your event so that friends, family, or anyone in the world can see you in action. Users can also share posts from the app to their other social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and share your love of sports with the world. Download the Small Player Big Play app today.
Okay, welcome back to Forino Sports Complex. Fourth quarter action, Malvern Prep 35, Berks Catholic 7, BCTV Friday Night Football. And a nice move there. I believe that was number 26 again, Isaiah Wright. And that is good for another Malvern Prep first down. Kind of surprised that Lonnie White's still in there, Kerry.
Yeah, still in at quarterback. Again, went up over 200 yards in that third quarter of rushing.
And Wright, and a good play by that BC defense.
Again, when you watch film, I think you're going to be able to see so many good things that this BC defense has done. Maybe 9 out of 10 plays, but it's been that 10th play. On average, that's been the backbreaker with the big plays that they've given up to this very, athletically talented Malvern Prep offense.
Yeah, totally agree there, Kerry. It's been the big play that has been their undoing tonight. All right, White now calling signals. And across the middle, a beautiful slant to number 3, Ryan McGuire, for the touchdown.
No, great job there on the play action.
Yeah, totally.
It's great timing there on that, slant coming in, and just puts some more points on the board for the Malvern Prep Friars.
41-7 now, 10:48 to go in the game. And another busy man tonight has been, Andrew Monteith, the kicker. Actually, they've got number 62 in there this time, Cole Caba. Boy, 2 capable kickers there for Malvern Prep. Kicked it almost out of the stadium.
Yeah, what a luxury to have. And we saw Cable number 62 on some of the kickoffs. But to have 2 kickers that are, both lights out like these guys have been, that's not always the norm in high school football. That last drive covered 5 plays. It took 2 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, and it was for 65 yards. So again, 5-play drive, another score for Malvern Prep, going up 42-7 over Berks Catholic. 10:48 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, clearly Malvern Prep came into this game favored. Quite honestly, I felt that the game was going to be a bit closer than this, and obviously we still have most of the fourth quarter to go, but after Berks Catholic's performance, last week, it really looked like they had turned the corner offensively. But, the one thing that we haven't talked about tonight has been that Malvern Prep defense, because they've played lights out as well.
No, they really have. And they've got some players on defense. Up front, they've been doing a great job of shutting things down.
All right, and looks like they've got a third kicker, believe it or not, for Malvern Prep. Ready to boot it away. And looks like that's number 31 with the return, Josiah Jordan. And he takes it up to about the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Berks Catholic. They're down 42-7 with 10:44 remaining in this contest.
Looks like we're going to see some new guys coming out here for Berks Catholic. Got some scores all here in the fourth quarter. Fleetwood 21, Daniel Boone 17.
Wow.
Conrad Weiser up over Twin Valley, 21-10. Schuylkill Valley, 41 over Minersville, 28. Again,
Wow.
these are all fourth quarter scores. Mahanoy area, 28. Hamburg, 22.
Wow, nice game there.
And Morrisville is up over Kutztown, 20-6. And I know, Bruce, you were away when we did our halftime stats. I know early in the game we had reported Penn Manor was up over Wilson 8-0. That score has now changed. I see Jim has a lot of cross-outs because Wilson has been very busy and is now 45-8. Wilson, West Lawn up over Penn Manor. And Exeter is up over Muhlenberg 31-0. Again, all those scores in the fourth quarter.
Well, you know, the one game that I think everybody had their eye on in Berks League football this week was Fleetwood going on the road against, you know, really a good Daniel Boone squad. And how incredible would that be if Fleetwood actually goes undefeated playing their non-league schedule mostly against the Berks Section 1 opponents. That's incredible. All right, here's Berks Catholic now. Hoffman. Back to pass, and he just got blasted by number 70, Breck Lotz. Wow. Hello. So that's going to bring up fourth down now for BC, punting situation. And back to kick. Again, that busy man, Tyler Givens. And back deep there for Malvern Prep. Can't see his number at the moment. That's number 12. It goes out of bounds. That was Isaac White. So Malvern Prep back on offense with 8:26 to go. We've got running clock here at the Farino Sports Complex. BCTV Friday Night Football. Next week, we'll be down at Exeter for Conrad Weiser and Exeter. We want to thank Imperium Management Services, our title sponsor of BCTV Friday Night Football. Imperium Management Services provide the shared service offerings to affiliates, allowing these entities to advance their mission and vision. Located at 3929 Perkiomen Avenue in Reading. Give Imperium a call, 877-620-8892. And that was number 43 there for Malvern Prep. Advance their mission and vision. Play there.
7:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Berks Catholic High School in Rhine, Pennsylvania. We have Malvern Prep up over Berks Catholic 42-7. Watch out for those moths, Bruce.
I'm watching, baby. I'm watching now. Looks like number 11's back in there at quarterback for Malvern Prep. The freshman there, Bryce Pippin.
We saw him a little bit at the end of the first half there, get some reps, and again, Lion White's gotten a lot of the reps at quarterback tonight. Tweet about him earlier, and I believe it was the Malvern Prep baseball tour. Made sure that I knew that he was a junior. Obviously, if they've got him for this season and next, 2 more baseball seasons coming up. Of course, the Clemson commit. Great athlete, but we've seen a lot of great athletes here tonight from Malvern Prep.
Absolutely. Just a very talented group, very well-coached squad. Pippin throws it into a crowd, and Caccione almost picked that off.
Yeah, I think if there's only anything you could point out that's kind of been some miscues for Malvern Prep, it's probably the picks that they've had. Most of their yards early on, their positive stuff that they were able to accomplish in offense was really on the ground, both from quarterback and again. So Lonnie White went up over 200 yards rushing on the night, and Stephen Rose, who's from Berks County here, played at Exeter, attended Berks Catholic here for a bit, but now is playing football at Malvern Prep in the fall, is up over 100 yards rushing as well.
Yeah, the only score for Berks Catholic tonight was after that turnover deep in the Malvern Prep end. They've never been able to really mount a drive where they had to move the football any length of the field tonight. So give an enormous amount of credit to that Malvern Prep defense.
Yeah, no, and they took advantage of that opportunity there. Maybe possibly the only miscue for Rose on the night, where he put the ball in the ground and fumbled deep in their own end to give Berks Catholic that opportunity to get on the board.
All right, back to punt now. Malvern Prep deep for Berks Catholic, and they're letting it bounce, and it takes a BC bounce there.
Well, if you're trying to look for positives, when Berks Catholic has gotten their punts off, I've seen that they've had a lot of positive rolls their direction, and now on the punt return team, got a very advantageous bounce, and it's going to set up a 1st and 10 for them. I think we'll start to see a lot more of the younger guys getting opportunities to get on the field here during the varsity game and get some reps, and have that opportunity to have all the varsity coaching here. 1st and 10, balls on the 31, 5 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
Well, Coach Keeley hasn't thrown in the towel because Brad Hoffman's still in the game, and he's still slinging it to Caccione. And he makes a nice catch up to about the 45-yard line.
And that's in here. A couple points here, before this game where that combination has really kind of been on, and a couple times where they haven't been able to connect tonight, and nice positive game there for Berks Catholic. And again, keep playing, and again, here's your opportunity to work on quick offense and trying to get scores on the board.
And that's number 5 around the end there, John Berk with a nice run.
No, it really was a great job. He got around the corner and got upfield, and a lot of times we see those plays get strung out over to the sideline. He turned the corner, got upfield, got positive yards, and puts him in a very good position here with 2nd and short. Opens up a lot of possibilities for your offense and your playbook here, from just pounding it, getting the 1st down, or it's a great opportunity to try and take a shot downfield.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity to develop team chemistry here, and like you talked about, getting positives out of this, and this stretch of the game can certainly be that if Berks Catholic wants it to be.
No, really. I mean, it's good possibility you could get 2 more touches here. So working up on your hurry-up offense and trying to get the ball downfield, connected there, got the 1st down into Malvern Prep territory. 1st and 10, balls on the 36, 3:30 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Berks Catholic driving.
Okay, here's Hoffman now. And around the edge there, is that Gunderson again? It is Connor Gunderson. He's been very valuable in the absence of, or just being used with all these injuries in the backfield. He's stepped up very nicely, Kerry.
No, very hard run there, and, got north and south, got positive yards. And again, 2nd and 4, it opens up opportunities. You can take a shot here, go to the end zone and still have a very manageable 3rd down. Last time we saw him get enough for the 1st down. See what they do here.
That's Newton. Off tackle. Looks like he's got the 1st down. So Berks Catholic, it looked like it did. I thought yes, okay, they're moving the chains now. For a second they held them up, but 1st down Berks Catholic. We've got about 2:20 to go, Kerry. It's 1st and 10 at about the 25-yard line, but BC down 42-7.
Yeah, when I saw your illuminated down marker go sideways, figured they were going to be on the move.
Hoffman, incomplete there for Lincoln Lutz.
Yeah, just a step behind him there with the throw, on the back hip. Good effort by Lutz, just couldn't come up with it. It's bringing up a 2nd down and 10. 1:52, 51, 50 on the clock. Clock's right here late in the 4th quarter. Malvern Prep up over Berks Catholic 42-7. Great opportunity here, though, for Berks Catholic to work on, 2-man-0 situation.
And our BCTV Friday Night Football Game of the Week next week, we will be down at Exeter, and it's Conrad Weiser and Exeter Township. That's going to be a whale of a matchup there, Kerry.
It is, and if you look back to last season, we actually had that matchup, and that was Exeter at Conrad Weiser. Of course, Conrad Weiser with the grass surface there last year, and again, after having a whole season, it was a little bit later in the season, and after having those multiple weeks and all the rain going on, it was a hard-fought battle, but it'll be great to see the rematch again next week.
Ryan Madrick in at quarterback, handing it to number 5 there, John Berk for Berks Catholic. As we wind it down under a minute, after the game, Kerry and Jim Berkman will talk about some stats. I'm going to head down to the field for our game ball presentation. And as we wind it down here, Kerry, Berks Catholic goes down to Malvern Prep 42-7. As I said, Kerry and Jim Berkman will be with you with some statistics. I'll be down on the field with our player of the game presentation momentarily. And there's Madrick. Oh, up for grabs and incomplete there.
Yeah, attempted pass to Lutz there, and ended up having to play a little bit of defense on that ball and breaking it up. And that's going to run out the clock here. Again, end of the game. Hard-fought game by both sides. Very well played. Great sportsmanship. And really the ground game and the big plays by Malvern Prep was the difference in this game. So, with the clock winding down and the end of this game, we see the visiting Malvern Prep Friars on top of the scoreboard tonight, 42-7 over the home team, the Berks Catholic Saints. Again, talking to Coach Guerrero before the game, there's no panic. Again, the losses that he's had coming in with Malvern Prep are to some really, big-time established programs that you'll be hearing more about and seeing as the postseason comes around. And again, that said, with Berks Catholic, they certainly have not had an easy schedule either, and that's a testament to them before heading into league play. With the teams that they schedule, scheduling the Malvern Prep, scheduling Central Dolphins and McDonough, which is the crossover team that both of these teams played. They certainly, by having schedules like that, it's prepping you heading in the league play. Which we'll start to see here with Berks Catholic coming up with Section 2. Again, Bruce is going down to the field each week. Compliments of the ball girl. We have our game ball presentation for our player of the game. You can check those out each week on Twitter. We post the player of the games, and leading up to the game each week, we have a picture of the game ball coming up, and Bruce will be down the field. Jim Berkman from Spotlight on Berks Sports will be joining me momentarily to bring us some wrap up on the stats from this game, and hopefully some other scores have gone final here for us to talk about. From around Berks Section 1 and Berks Section 2. And again, next week we will be heading to Exeter Township, and we will have Conrad Weiser at Exeter. And last year we, very, magical run for Conrad Weiser last year in Berks Section 1. We had Conrad Weiser last year. This year we had at Exeter Township. And looking forward to that as the Berks Section 1 play starting to heat up, here for the rest of the season. And for these other teams as well, for Berks Section 2 with, Berks Catholic here and the other teams in Berks Section 2, we're going to start to see, the league play really start to crank up. Of course, at the end of the season, foreseeably the last backyard brawl for the foreseeable future, we'll actually have that here when YMSing visits Berks Catholic at the end of the season for the possibly last for a while backyard brawl. But again, tonight, story really was a great hard-fought battle both sides, and really it was Berks Catholic defense, just a couple different plays there that they gave up the big play to that Malvern Prep offense, and that was the difference maker. And Again, we saw Lonnie White, quarterback, who is a commit to Clemson as a baseball player. He's a junior, and he went up over 200 yards rushing in the third quarter. Stephen Rose, who is from Berks County, we saw him go up over 100 yards on the night as well, rushing for Malvern Prep. And again, Bruce is down the field. Both of the squads are with their coaches, going through their post game and kind of talking about tonight, but also looking ahead to next week. And momentarily, we'll be able to take you down to the field and have our girl game ball of the week presentation to our player of the game. All right, and getting joined by Jim Berkman, Spotlight on Berks Sports, to bring us some stats and maybe some additional final scores. Jim, take it away.
I mean, Kerry, there's really only one stat that really sticks out. Total yards. Total yards for Malvern Prep, 480. Total yards for Berks Catholic, 84. It's as simple as it gets. Now, even though Malvern Prep turned the ball over 3 times and Berks Catholic didn't turn it over at all, when it came down to the big plays, Malvern Prep turned over 3 huge plays for touchdowns. That's really all we need to know with the stats. They dominated total yardage. Berks Catholic had more time of possession. But, the big play strike of White and Rose, Berks Catholic had no answer for them defensively. Some other scores, fourth quarter scores. Fleetwood leading Daniel Boone, 28-17.
Wow.
Conrad Weiser over Twin Valley, 31-10. Schuylkill Valley pouring it on now, leading Minersville, 49-28. Hamburg and Mahanoy area are tie, 28-28. Hamburg came back in that game. Morrisville, 26. Kutztown, 6. Wilson, 51. Penn Manor, 16. Wilson continues to roll up all those scores. Exeter beating Muhlenberg, 41-0. So those are all fourth quarter scores coming to an end, and that's what we have for here tonight.
Okay. And we're ready to take it down to the field. And Bruce?
Into the game 0-3. How did that feel for you guys to have such tough luck early on?
It all started with practice. We came out here, did what we had to do. It was just a fun night, really fun. Every line played great, receivers played great, everyone just played so well. Defense, everyone.
Well, that's good. It really looked, and actually I think the underrated portion of the team really was the defensive tonight. The defensive effort was pretty outstanding, wasn't it?
Yeah, amazing, very good. Stepped it up. We really did. Come out here and just do what we do.
Well, good. Welcome to Berks County, Pennsylvania. Is this your first time you ever been up here?
Not sure. It's been a while.
Well, listen, thank you very much for allowing us to watch you guys tonight, and best of luck the rest of this season. Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Okay, and that was our presentation of our game ball, sponsored by the Ball Girl. Again, Lion White up over 200 yards, rushing on the night. And again, just kind of wrapping up what you said there, Jim. Few turnovers there for Malvern Prep. The two where they were the interceptions did not hurt them at all. Rose again, who had an incredible night, up over 100 yards rushing, did put the ball in the ground once. Berks Catholic was able to capitalize on it for their only score. But again, the big play, and Malvern Prep, an awful lot of athletes. It'll be real interesting to see where they go the rest of the season. And again, as Berks Catholic heads into play in Berks Section 2, expecting a lot of success for them, and then kind of capping at the end of the year there with the backyard brawl with Wyomissing and Berks Catholic. But for Jim Berkman, Spotlight on Berks Sports on stats, my broadcast partner Bruce, and our whole crew, Scott Smith, our producer tonight, Vern Sports and the crew that they provide, Imperium, our title sponsor, and all those who tuned in. We thank you and appreciate your support, BCTV and bctv.org, and looking forward to being back next Friday night when we head down to Exeter Township and bring you Conrad Weiser at Exeter. Again, for Bruce, Jim, the crew, myself, have a good night, and we'll see you again next week.